Hey everybody, Tony St. Mark here. I am in my backyard with my doggies. Jeannie, come here, Jeannie. Say hi to Jeannie. Say hi. Say hi. Yeah, that's Jeannie. And that's Sky. Say hi, Sky. Yeah. Well, we're out here because for those of you who don't know, I just hurt my ankle. I was walking back to work from lunch and there were tiles missing in the pavement. Y'all know people don't always keep up with the upkeep outside and the pavement, and there was a missing tile. Went right down on the pavement, acute sprain. After stepping on the pavement, my foot hit it, twisted, pop. Bad, 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 bad. So, doctor said 2 weeks, stay off of it. Physical therapist said 2 weeks, stay off of it. And I'm not dealing with it too well because same thing happened last year for my left ankle. I can't exercise, can't do things I like to do. I like to walk my dogs. I like to go all around the neighborhood. Can't really do that. Oh, can't do it, period. And lately I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety. Like, I just feel, I don't know, out of step. No pun intended. I don't know, I just feel like crying a lot. I don't like not being able to do what I want to do. I don't like not being able to work out, not being able to just get up and go. It's very frustrating. And I'm trying to follow my own advice that I gave my god sister when she had her surgery, to just, you know, listen to the doctor, stay off of it, do what you're supposed to do. It's not so easy. So last night I couldn't sleep. My ankle was aching, and then I also just had a lot of anxiety, you know, just really upset, really just wanting to cry. And I realized, there must be somebody out there that needs to hear this, because that's how my life works. When I go through stuff, it's for a lesson that I need to teach someone else. It's not necessarily always for me. So what is it that I need to learn? I think one of the things that I need to learn is when things are out of your control, take a moment and figure out what's in your control. So it's out of my control. This thing right here. See this thing right here? It's not going anywhere. Not for a minute. And it's out of my control. Unless I just take, you know, pain pills all day and just run and rip and not worry about any damage that I'm doing to my ankle. And I could do permanent damage and not be able to run and rip later because I was impatient. Now, so I can just totally ignore what the professionals are telling me and just do it and say I'm taking control of this, and then I will really be out of control later. So I'm going to accept that this is a situation that's out of my control, and then focus on what is in my control. What's in my control is, thanks to the internet, I can get work done at home. And I've been working really hard this year to stay in compliance. I don't know how many of you know about special education, but all my IEPs are in compliance. Booyah, that is a terrific feat. Not everybody can say that. And as a SPED coordinator, to have, like, I think It was like 70 or 80 IEPs this year that I had to write. They're almost done. I have 3 left. Boom. I can get those written at home. Thank God. But I'm still missing time at work. You know, it's probably going to come out of my paycheck at this point. And I don't have any control over that. What am I going to do? I hate that. But whatever. What else is in my control? I can make posts, market my book. I really let that slip. Namely so that I could get those IEPs done. I have not been pushing my book. I've been focusing on work. And I can do that now. I can post and get started on the second book. Because those of you who read the first book, y'all all say the same thing. When you gonna get started on the second book? Blah, blah, blah. Why you ended like that and you don't have a second book written? Yeah, it's pretty good, I know, and you're waiting to find out what Cheyenne does, and I am going to start on the second book. Not only am I injured, but summer is coming up, and I'm going to get started on the second book. I think I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes out here, but that is also out of my control, because Jeannie has not pooped yet, so I have to wait. I'm not taking her back inside until the poop comes. But anyway, I digress. I can file papers. You know, anything that doesn't require a whole bunch of strenuous activity, I can do. Maybe organize some stuff in my apartment, you know, within reason. I can't move furniture, but I could sit in a chair and figure out what to do with papers that I was supposed to go through a long time ago. You know, these are things that I can do, things that are in my control, and that is what I want to say to you. If there is a situation that you're in that you feel is out of your control, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it is sickness, illness, just waiting in limbo can drive us crazy. Waiting to see what the future is going to bring. Waiting to see how your situation is going to play out. Is it going to mess up your future? Is it going to mess up something? You know, all the consequences of this situation run through my head. Like, what are my paychecks going to look like? What are my colleagues thinking of me? What, you know, am I going to be able to work out? All this stuff, it all runs through your head. But guess what? You can't change it. You can't do anything. And worrying about it is not fixing it. I tried. I complained to my doctor. I complained to my physical therapist. I complained to my mother. I complained to my boyfriend. And they all say the same thing. Shut up and sit down. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Can't do nothing. So I'm going to focus on my goals and my action steps. And I've been talking about goals and action steps. Those of you who've been faithful followers of my posts, you know, I always talk about setting positive goals and looking at action steps. Jeannie, no. What is that anyway? No. Come here. Good girl. She's a good girl. But you got to keep an eye on her. That's why I keep looking around, because she'll get into anything and everything. But you just have to make sure that you have something that you can focus on that's constructive. Otherwise, I would just be sitting here crying and crying and crying. Trust me, the tears are always there. My mother said to me, was it yesterday? When did I go to physical therapy? I think it was Thursday. When the physical therapist said to me, yeah, you need to chill for 2 weeks. And I was like, what is it with this 2 weeks thing? And my mother said, are you about to cry? And I was like, I feel like crying, because it's like everybody seems to be on the same page. It gets me, like, sit this child down. Like, I had stuff planned. And it's just frustrating, maddening. But I gotta tell you, as I go through it with you, whatever it is, you may not have an ankle, but whatever your, you know, in limbo situation is, whatever it is that's driving you crazy, whatever it is that has you crying and anxious at night, wondering and worrying, you have no control and you can't change it. And that wondering and worrying is not going to fix it. So focus on what you can change and focus on what you can do, and make sure it is something that is constructive. What you can do is mope and complain and eat yourself into oblivion. I'm really tempted to do that. I have a pint of not Chunky Monkey, what is it? It's Ben & Jerry coffee with toffee bar. I'm like eating little bits at a time, trying not to just throw the whole thing down my throat. You know, just my little guilty pleasure. I've been trying not to smoke myself into an oblivion. Those of you know I'm a smoker. Like, just trying to not do the things that I usually would do. So just don't do it to yourself. Find something constructive. I'm gonna write IEPs, get those 3 left by the end of the year done, and start on my 2nd book and market my 1st one. Those are my constructive action steps. Now, what are yours? Alright, Tony St. Mark. Get your copy of Chronicles of a Teenage Sex Life if you haven't already. And I ask you to comment, share, repeat. Bye-bye. Also, so I'm starting this new platform where I post these videos on YouTube first and then share them on Facebook, because then the venue is broader. So I'm asking for everyone to share all my videos, go to YouTube and share them all so that I could get the message out. You know, it's not about just selling books. It's also about reaching people. And those of you who have been listening to the videos, you know that sometimes these videos can catch people at just the right moment. You know, there are people who have said to me, I was like on the verge of a breakdown and I watched the video. And I had, you know, former students come to me and say, I watch your videos religiously because I need to hear that stuff. So just, you never know what somebody's going through, and these things that I talk about are really personal. So it's not something that people will just come to you and say, oh, I'm in limbo, I feel anxious all the time. They're not going to tell you that. These are private things that happen. Probably a lot of my friends that watch this had no idea that I was feeling this way. So you might have a friend that's feeling this way, you won't know, but you share this video, they happen to watch it and they'll be like, man, you know, I'm feeling anxious and restless and worried, and they haven't even said it to you, but they need to know that I'm out here too. Other people are out here too. We're anxious and restless and worrying. What's the answer? Do something constructive. There are so many things that you do have control over, that you're so focused on what you don't have control over that you miss the things that you can do. Like, I could miss the opportunity. I had a mentor a long time ago who said to me, don't miss the opportunity. When you go through things, don't miss the opportunity. And I was like, are you crazy? I'm missing an opportunity when I go through crap? She's like, yeah, there's an opportunity in there to do something. So don't miss this opportunity. This, even though it sucks, I missed my staff retreat. I might miss my trip to Virginia, miss, you know, stuff that I really want to do. I don't want to miss the opportunity to get these IEPs done. I don't want to miss the opportunity to bless somebody through this post. I don't want to miss the opportunity to maybe spend some time with my doggies, maybe organize my apartment, write my 2nd book, market. This could be an opportunity for me that I might miss if I focus on the wrong thing. So don't focus on the wrong thing. All right. Love you guys. Bye.